Hey guys, THUNDERSTUD here, and we are revisiting Evil Swarm, or L Swarm, pretty much Evil Swarm in this deck. We got a new selection box card. I thought it would work with a little more L Swarm cards. It doesn't. I'll go over that in a little bit. We got Rescue Rabbit, who does work with the super rare normal monster Evil Swarm has by name. He has a goofy description that's all backwards. And we got a new boss in Ouroboros. Even though he's 3 level 4s, you can still get him out with this deck. Just a little more situational than you're usually going to do. It's still all about Bahamut, who can steal a monster as long as you have another Evil Swarm monster in your hand. We are using a few. Obviously, like I said, we're using the 3 with the Rescue Rabbit. Still using Caster, very, very strong. Lets you normal summon once again as long as it's another L Swarm. And Mandragora, I believe, was reprinted, so I got a 3rd copy. I used to only have 2. I think it was reprinted. I think I have 3 now. It's pretty good. Special summon when your opponent controls a monster and you do not. Special summon from your hand. So you have pretty consistent ways to get to your level 4s. Rescue Rabbit is a great 1-card comeback when you still have these 2 boys in your deck. Now, what I thought Infestation Pandemic did, all face-up L Swarm monsters you currently control are unaffected by other spell or traps this turn. So I thought this Infestation Terminus would get all the benefits and you'd avoid the negativity, but you don't really. So you target 1 L Swarm monster you control and 2 cards your opponent controls. You banish the first target, and this is where it should have been my hint. And if you do, return the second targets to your hand. So I thought you'd be able to target your own monster, target 2 monsters of your opponent, monster or spell, return it, and then chain this to Terminus. That way your monster wouldn't be returned, your opponent's monsters would be returned, but it doesn't do that. It negates the whole trap altogether, so not too much synergy. Kind of just a bad Forbidden Lance, but it'd work on multiple monsters. Usually you're not going to have too many multiple monsters with this kind of deck though, but it does consistently get out the L Swarms. It does do a lot of XCs. It's a nice comeback, and this is still a great removal even with just not taking advantage of Pandemic or anything like that. Still a fantastic trap card. I came to find Konami likes a lot of resource driving removals like these traps, because they can probably limit it pretty easily and stuff like that. So yeah, overall a little disappointed in this deck. I was hoping for cooler combos with Infestation Pandemic, so I'm not tripping that I only got 1 copy. But still, eventually L Swarm will get there. It looks like Konami's really trying to push them, so we'll have to see in the future. Till then, I hope you guys enjoy it, and thanks for watching. Alright, here we are facing an Odeon. I do believe I remember this duel, so we're going second. He should have life point boost. Big boost. We got that Hatronade, Rescue Rabbit, and Mandragora. Great second turn hand. Really want to go second. Starting with a Deneb, Searches and Altair. So with these 2, we can get 3 monsters out. He sets 3 back row, so we're going to Hatronade. We can get 3 monsters out, so we can make an Ouroboros. Really whatever kind of field we want. So we're going to special summon the Mandragora, normal summon the Rescue Rabbit. It's 2 Heliotrope. And we could go to Ouroboros, but we're not going to do Ouroboros. We're going to do Bahamut, because we do have another Evil Swarm in our hand. We would discard him, steal that Deneb, and hit for way over 5,000. Great stuff, guys. Okay, here we are facing an Axel Brody, going second. So we got 2 Terminus, we got a Mandragora. Our opponent's using an Ally of Justice Quarantine, so he's a Dark Machine, which probably means Desperado. We're going to banish a Regeki Break with Cosmic Cyclone, special summon Mandragora, normal summon Caster, set both our Terminus, go to the Bahamut. Can't steal the monster though. No Desperado in hand, so we're okay for now. Sets a monster, sets a back row. We get another, that's our 3rd Terminus. Here we get some Alistair, Searches and Invocation. goes on with this turn. I think he top decks a Neos Fusion there. Gets a shell. Shell's back to the hand, and I do believe he sets it as a monster. But we're gonna go for a Terminus. Just banish our monster to banish two of his monsters. He's going to try to Forbidden Lance. But we have two Terminus, so we just use the second Terminus, chain to the Lance, so it goes first. And the whole field is gone. We're both with two cards in our hand, but I top deck that comeback. Here to rescue the Duel. I'll rescue Rabbit. There's two Heliotropes. Whatever way you want lethal, we have many ways to it. Great stuff, guys. Okay. Alright, here we are facing Joey Wheeler. Or no, sorry, we're Joey Wheeler. Facing Seto Kaiba. We got a Rabbit. We got our Pandemic. Here, boy is searching his alternatives. Shows off the Spirit of White, or a regular Blue Eyes, brings out the alternative. Just one back row. We have plenty of back row we could handle. We just got a Cosmic Cyclone. It was an Econ take. Use our Rabbit. Bring out two Heliotrope. We have another Heliotrope in our hands, which means Bahamut is gonna be able to steal that alternative dragon, no problem. Look at all that back row hate, guys. Even with a Cosmic Cyclone, steal the monster. Really tough hand for him to beat. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Yami Yugi going first. Using a gold Millennium Puzzle sleeve and mat there. Power of Dark. We got two of our Terminus, a Caster and a Hatred Nade. So we'll set both Terminus. Now our boy's showing Malefic. So he does require a field spell. Going to bring out a gear. Search a Stardust Dragon. That's a level 10 Xyz from the hand. Paradox Dragon. Now we're going to be able to return two cards to his hand. We're going to choose that Paradox Dragon as field spell. He's able to play the field spell right back, of course. But the dragon being a synchro is gone. We get our Terminus back to our hand. And we hit him for 1950. So that's about as close to triggering Destiny Draw without triggering Destiny Draw that you can about get. So Malefic World's gonna give him another search though. He wants this Stardust Dragon. That's exactly what he gets too, weirdly enough. Does get a Selector, banishes two, adds that Stardust, gets a Territory. Now he's got another Tuner, Territory, Paradox Dragon. Territory just protects his field spell pretty much. Now Terminus again, guys. We return that spell and trap. He's able to return it back to the spell and trap zone. Or return the monster now. Rescue Rabbit, top deck comeback. We get our Heliotropes. They go into the Bahamut over his 2k for lethal. Great stuff, guys. Okay, here we are facing a Bronk. Really don't see Bronk often at all. We're going first. Totally forgot Bronk's in the game a lot of the times. So really don't want to go first, but first turn Terminus, pretty solid. Here are opponent's digital bugs. We're gonna hit him with the Terminus. Banish our own monster, but that's okay. Now we got that Hatred Nade, we got a Mandragora and a Rabbit, but no monster, so we just gotta go with the Rabbit. But of course, with that beautiful attack charge, we have a nice easy amount of lethal damage with our Samurai. Attack charge up to 2200. Third turn, swing twice, hit for lethal. Clean as always. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Kizu going second. See what she's got for us. Showing balance. We have Mandragora, Pandemic. We're fighting a Spiritualist. So already, just with the Mandragoras, we have an Xyz. We get to Cosmic Cyclone that Fiendish Chain. Mandragora into Heliotrope. Save our Mandragora for another follow-up turn if we need it. But we also need one in our hand to discard for our Bahamut dealing with specialist, and we reach lethal thanks to charge attack. So many times it gets you lethal with the Ga Samurai, gets you lethal on these monster takes that you need. It's really a useful deck in these generic XCs. Elsewhere still got a way to go though. I wasn't happy with the way Pandemic interacts with Terminus, all that other stuff. Still not quite there, still not quite feeling it. Probably why you don't see Elsewhere running around too crazy, so still some work to go. Till then, hope you guys enjoy, and thanks.